Good evening, everyone. How are you doing tonight? All right. Thank you so much for coming on this beautiful Monday afternoon to discuss some very important issues, critical issues that may not be as important locally as county and state issues, but it is an issue of great importance internationally. And I believe in today's day and age, we can all become local yet global citizens by engaging in this international arena where we know about international human rights issues, but we could also do something about those issues. As a county legislator of the 3rd Legislative District, I walk through many homes in Almont, Valley Stream, Inwood, and when I go to a home, it may not be a Haitian or Haitian-American home, it could be a non-Haitian or a Haitian-American household, and they have a concern for Haiti. They love Haiti. But they always say to me, I want to help Haiti, but how can I make sure that what I do or give gets to Haiti and actually helps someone? And so in honor of Haitian Flag Day, I wanted to have a unique event, a different event. An event in which we can learn. I mean, yes, it's important to honor the flag, and we're going to begin with the Haitian national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. But it's very important to, honor, but also put that honor into action. One can say a lot of great things, but if you can't back it up with action, it doesn't mean much. And when it comes to Haiti, man, people have a deep love and passion for it. I don't know why. I mean, of course I know why. I mean, my parents are Haitian. But there's something about Haiti where people care about Haiti. And after the earthquake that happened, so many people from Long Island especially came out and helped Haiti. And that brought such joy to my heart to see people not being selfish and caring for other people in need. And I want to take that same energy and channel it to something creative and constructive in an organized fashion. And I'm so happy to see a lot of the faces in this room tonight, because a lot of the faces or people here in this room have done a lot to help Haiti and other areas. And again, this is a great audience, a lot of great people in this room. People have done amazing things. People who on their own time have started nonprofits to help Haiti, and that's amazing. But I believe that if we're gonna, if you're gonna engage in doing something that's very difficult, something very complicated, that has many causes and roots and many different levels, we must have a very smart response, an organized response. And so tonight we're gonna have a great discussion, a great panel discussion, and I ask you to take notes. We're gonna, email everyone who attended this event and other people who have an interest in this issue, and also those who are watching on video, so that we can continue this discussion and form an action plan. This summer, I do look forward to going to Haiti. This is my first time doing that. I will be traveling to Haiti this summer, and I will be studying and keeping in mind the conversation that we have tonight, so we can figure out real constructive ways that we can help Haiti. I would like to bring forward Ms. Maurice Emmanuel, who will, despite being recently at the dentist, she will sing the Haitian national anthem. So let me just set up the audio. Excuse me.
Please stand. Pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, marchons unis, dans nos mains, point de crainte, du sol, soyons seuls maîtres, marchons unis pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, marchons unis pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, roi Haïti, pays ancêtres, yo c'est pour marcher, mais dans la main, dans mes temps, parfait pour qu'être, nous fait pour le seul, mais nous, en nous marcher, mais dans la main pour Haïti, qu'à vivre plus belle, en nous, mettez ensemble, pour Haïti, oh
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So I will, again, I am a leader of all people. When there are issues that relate to Israel, for example, myself and several other legislators signed on to legislation that would protect Israel from all sorts of unnecessary and downright hateful conduct. If there are issues with the Latino community, I'm there on those issues as well. But this is a very important issue, and I'm so glad to have many of these people here tonight in the room. I would like to also bring forward someone who inspired me to get involved in local politics. Truly a leader in our community, Ms. Mimi Peter Johnson is going to come forward. She's going to be our moderator, and I want to thank her so much for always protecting our leadership in our community, and I'm looking forward to a great discussion tonight. Thank you. Thank you. This event also was possible through the hard work of an intern that we had in our office. Ms. Astrid Ismail, if you please come forward. This is an intern that we had that Dr. Newland was able, from the sociology group, and Beloit College was able to recommend it. And she put her heart and soul to making this event a reality. I want to thank you so much. I would like to present, Astrid, please, I'm sorry. I have flowers for you. Again, you work very hard. I'm very impressed to see such young people who care about the world. Thank you very much and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Again, my name is Mimi Peter Johnson. I'm very, very proud to stand here tonight for Legislator Solages. I really like saying that, Legislator. So we have a great panel, rich conversation tonight, and we're going to start with Patricia Wright. Please state your name, your organization, and just briefly, real briefly, what your organization does.
My name is Patricia Wright. I had my organization is From Here to Haiti, and we are a 501c3 charity, and we do repair work of non-governmental buildings of public assembly in Haiti and throughout the island, not just in one space, throughout the island. And we repair the buildings that were either damaged by the earthquake, by the hurricane, or by age.
My name is Chindo. I'm a physician, pediatrician, to be more specific.
So sorry. Must be.
Okay. I'm here today to represent the Haitian medical. This is a French acronym, l'Association des médecins haïtiens à l'étranger, the Medical Haitian Physician Award. And I am the vice president of this association, and it was a pleasure to receive the invitation from the Legislator Solages to come and to be from the panel.
I'm Marie-Emmanuel Garcia. I'm from the Haitian American family of Rhode Island. Our mission is to assist the community in Nassau and Suffolk with adapting in the United States and teaching, educating, advocating on behalf of the community and promoting community development, providing family support services. And in reference to Haiti, we have a special program called HOME, Haiti Outreach Mission Experience. So when you think about Fali is a bridge from here to Haiti too. We all together.
And tonight she's doing double to be as grandma.
Hi, my name is Astrid Fidelia. I'm
and we empower the Haitian American community economically and politically. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Lauren Graham. I'm a consultant with the company Develop a Frame. It's a consultancy that focuses on social change, strategy, and communication. And I'm here representing one of my wonderful new clients, and their name is Innoved. Innoved is an initiative of Université Cascais. So they are affiliated with higher education, and they focus on education policy and professional development. So they have very rigorous teacher training, which allows current teachers and aspiring teachers to have all the tools that they need to become effective.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Dr. Franz Metellus, and I'm here representing the Kenya Foundation. Kenya is in Europe as we speak, and he called me, asked me to represent the foundation. And what we do, we provide free school, free lunch to the children of Haiti. We started in Akaye with the goal to spread out the country. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome, and I'm sure there's plenty of other things in the audience. So we're going to get started, and we're going to start on my right, Patricia, you'll be first. So the first question we want to know is, tell us a specific problem or your organization faces.
Well, I would say that the biggest problem that we face is raising funds. When the earthquake happened, our organization was formed in the aftermath of the earthquake. But when the earthquake happened, all the eyes were on Haiti, and everybody wanted to help, and money was flowing, and I mean, everybody and their uncle wanted to give money. Well, right now, it's not in the forefront anymore. And it's what I call donor fatigue. People are tired of giving. And very often, they feel that the money that they're giving is not being used for their intention. And that's a very, very big problem. We try to counteract this problem by really every dollar that comes from here to Haiti is slided for a particular project, or it goes into the pool for the next project. So if you give $5, $10, and you say that you want this to go to this project, it's going to stay there until the money is reached that we can do that project. In addition to that, anybody is welcome to come and work on that project. We are all volunteers. We pay for our own travel expenses. So if anybody volunteers, of course, they have to fly there on their own volition. So that's really my biggest problem, really, is money, because nothing happens without money.
This is just a conversation, so you can just jump right in, going this way.
Okay. I will agree with that our biggest problem, this is funding. However, we also need manpower. And what I found out, as Legislator Solages just said, we are all Haitian. We feel that this is in our heart. We have it in our heart. However, when it comes to deliver, usually the people, they don't walk the talk. So I can speak for my own organization, the Organization of Physicians. I'm not saying that we have money, but we are thinking about maybe the tier of the country. We have people who can, donate to the association, or even by your time, but yet we don't see that. And then one of the challenges also my organization is facing, there are so many, for those of you who might be nurses or doctors here, we go to Haiti very often, but there is no infrastructure in Haiti to receive us. And we have seen that at the time of the earthquake. So many people will go to different places at the end, I don't know what we have realized, because we don't have, there is nothing really built to receive us. Let's say we go to the general hospital, everybody will be doing their own things. But by the end of the day, nobody will know what they had achieved. And I think this is something that maybe later on, I will come to that you are working now in the new government in Haiti, just to see how they can make, they call it MSPP, the Minister of the Public Health, to have only one organ. So every other organization, health organizations going to Haiti, they have to go through that channel, and they will be the one who will tell us, okay, if you go to that place, this is what we need, this is what we need. But we go everywhere, but nothing is being done, unfortunately.
I definitely can piggyback on this to say, in helping Haiti, the vacuum that we find is very difficult to be effective. Last summer, we were doing, a family went to do an assessment for to help out a clinic in the northern part of Haiti. And luckily, I knew someone who was part of our family who's now in Georgia, whose cousin is in charge of the northern department. Without that, it would be impossible to meet him. And not only, we met him and he was open because we were recommended closely by a family member. And to follow up with the clinic that we wanted to use, there was so much, I don't want to say red tape. I think that there is a fear we taking over. And depending on the relationship that you find in Haiti and who you're working with, it might be difficult to do anything. So what I find is that not only having the government to have like a central structure or something for us to work, but it's to observe how, before we go, where you're going, how is it going to accomplish something. Because on the other hand, when a family, we have a team going to Pillon, which already has a hospital, it's already set up, it's easier. Because you have a contact person for the week, there's a surgeon, there's a doctor, there are nurses, or if 4 or 5 people go, like there's something you accomplish. And over the years I can see going back, twice a year at Pillon, I can see, we've done the best we can take that into consideration. And it's not just health, because we concentrate on education and also on the environment. So anything we want to do in Haiti as an organization, it requires more than just go and have fun, take pictures, and that's it. It requires a lot of understanding of how the system is in Haiti, and back off, don't be the American knowing it all. I'm saying that for us, because without getting into the understanding of how things are going in Haiti, we might want to help and we end up having more trouble. I'm sure that you can attest to that.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So again, the infrastructure is what I'm hearing here, that the infrastructure, where you had it easier might ease others may not in other parts. So where you have it in Pillon, you may not have it in other places. So anyone else on the panel want to join in on this conversation?
So I can tell about what our issues are. With the Haitian PAC, what I realize is that it's hard to get people to understand the value of what we do in the community. People need to understand that they need to exercise their vote, and it's education that we have to educate people about the importance of them voting so they can have a voice on many issues that affects them. They need to be empowered. They need to know the issues. So these are like challenges that we're facing. So it's about education, getting more education out there so people can understand what's going on, what the issues are, how it's affecting them locally and nationally and so forth. So I think that's one of the major issues that we're having now.
I think I'll add something else with the fundraising part. So for Innovet, the organization that I work with, unrestricted funds are really that key piece. So it's not just enough to get a grant from a foundation or to develop a pool of funding. It's really about the unrestricted. So the difference is that sometimes funding is earmarked. So it's pretty popular and very traditional to give to programs. And because people want to know that their money is being spent effectively, the program-driven funding is where the money technically and typically goes. But that doesn't really open up the possibility for funding around logistics, overhead, all the other things. So you might have great programs, but they're not able to competitively pay the best caliber of staff, or to keep the lights on, or a roof over their head. So in thinking about unrestricted funding, it really is, I think, what you're describing, a community push, because the community can decide that we are going to fundraise and this is how we're going to support. Another detail to address your question of how do we think about the challenges and what are the big obstacles. Innoved actually, I think, has the reverse challenge that many nonprofits and NGOs face. Their entire staff is based in Haiti. So they are doing amazing work on the ground, but they don't have a US-based presence. So that dual line of communication to connect with the Haitian community in South Florida, in the greater New York City area, and in other parts of the country doesn't exist, which is part of what I'm trying to help them with. Because there are other organizations that are, not doing as much as they could, but they have the great website and the flashy marketing and the videos and the things that tell a very good story, but don't necessarily speak to the quality of their engagement with the public. So what Innoved is really focused on is capacity building, because they, in a lot of ways, want to make themselves obsolete. If they do their job and teacher training becomes standardized and they support the Ministry of Education, there won't have to be a separate organization to help. So their goal is really to make sure that they're empowering people in Haiti to do the work. So as you described, it's not someone from the outside, as well-intentioned or as much cultural connection as they might have, coming in. So their challenge is really the reverse. How do you mobilize an American base that helps to support them, and then they're giving you the direct information about what's happening in the schools and with the teachers on the ground in Haiti?
Now, I agree with all of you. Funding, okay, is very problematic for us as a non-profit organization. Okay, we have 501c3, which is a tax exempt, but a non-profit organization, you need money to function. And whatever we do that with our own money. We pay bills every month, and lead fundraising, and with the help of Legislator Solages, he helped us a lot. And thank you, sir. And I'm glad I was in Haiti in February, and January, February, for the sole purpose to research for my own, because I've been out for 47 years, I want to go back. All right, because I cannot take it anymore. What I've seen in Haiti, why we have organization here, non-profit. We want to go back to help. We want to transfer the knowledge that you have to them. They don't accept us.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, okay? It's who you know. All right? I have to say it the way it is. It's who you know, number one. And number two, you have the NGOs or ONGs down there, you're not going to come down there because they have the money. They know how to get it. They know where to get it. They know how to spend it for themselves. Period. We go with what we have, what we can do to help the children. 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds sleeping in the park every day. I've seen it. They don't go to school. Because Haiti right now, we have a housing deficit, talking about infrastructure. Okay? No school. They have 2 or 3 chairs in the backyard, and then the professor tries to teach the student. Okay? They don't have anything. How are we going to do that? We have to do it in our home. We understand that in the United States, they have many, many programs. I've heard that many, many money went to Haiti. So what happened? I'm going to tell you something. All that money went to Haiti, they paid the United Nations with it. You understand?
Yes.
$4.1 million goes to Haiti every month. They pay their own people with it. We can get only $200,000 for the whole country. The government doesn't have any money. Why? There is a problem.
So that's good, and we're going to continue to get more into this. Ashley, did you have something
Yeah,
to
I do have something to say. I know the issues, it's all about money. I'm hearing everyone say it's about money. That's why I have my colleagues, we've actually formed, we're spearheading this right now, Haitian International Business Development Group, and their sole purpose is to raise money to support projects in Haiti, because that's like the biggest issue. And, you know, we're always looking to see how we can help. I think that's like one major thing. And we're gonna host like high-profile events where we'll bring in the money and then sit with different organizations and see, okay, what projects do we have? And we'll pick and choose which ones we can take on and tackle on, and we can partner and do certain things.
Exactly, and I think that's the foundation of this conversation that Legislator Solages wanted to, to bring out of this, and we've started it from the beginning. We were hoping at the end we would come to that conclusion. So this makes this conversation even bigger, because by the end, you guys will finally see who we're going to partner with to really start this. So in the essence of time, because that's part of my job, to keep everything rolling right. So I am going to, just bring a couple of the questions together, because I think you've already answered a few of them. And this is something that, we're all having this conversation. So we understand that there are barriers, and it sounds like it's both here and in Haiti. So, one of the questions that we wanted to ask was, how, what do you see is a hindrance, either Haiti or the American government, that has stopped you from being successful at exactly what you have said? So that's something I think everybody here has said, right? So how do you bring that together to talk to this audience if they wanted to get involved? How can we talk to an audience like this when we don't know their background and they're listening to you, because you all are successful organizations? But how do you take what you have here to bridge it to, with Haiti and the people that came out here to listen to? How do you do that? What do you think you can do to bridge that together?
That's a very, very good question.
And that was like 4 questions I put together. So.
Yeah. Right. The work that we do in Haiti, a lot of people kind of always speak about Habitat for Humanity and ask us, is it like Habitat for Humanity? Well, it's not. It's not at all like Habitat for Humanity. Because when we receive a request, the people, the community itself does the work. When we travel over there, we travel with maybe 4 people, where Habitat for Humanity travels with a whole group and does the work. The community does the work. We hire 50, 60, 70, as many people from the community as it will take to do the work in 1 week. So, when we go down there, and also the money, the resources has to come from the people in Haiti that we're doing the work for. About 30% of the resources, whether it's manpower, whether it's transport, whether it's, we need water, so they're gonna carry water instead of buying the water. Or maybe people from the area in the diaspora giving a little bit for their own community. So the community really does the work. So I don't know, how you guys can fit into that. Maybe if we have a project from somebody in your community, from being in the United States, you can help your community in Haiti through that. And I think that's important, because that's one way that you can give back really to your own community. And even